Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Phone call analysis. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Many of you are well aware of the ongoing court case that involves Johnny Depp and Amber Heard as they both sue one another. Evidence has been provided from a variety of witnesses, and just recently, of course, Johnny Depp took the stand to provide some interesting disclosures about the behaviour of Amber Heard. I, of course, a little while ago, undertook the creation of a video about this forthcoming trial and commenced the analysis of Amber Heard. That will continue, but I thought it worth pausing to allow you to view the material if you're following the trial yourselves, and also to allow the accumulation of further evidence to come out to assist the overall analysis of what she is. After all, the more detail, the better, and also, of course, to establish what Johnny Depp is too. That material will be provided in due course. I know there are those of you who've been asking me whether I'm going to undertake any analysis, and I've explained to you that I've started the analysis with regard to Amber Heard. That will be continued, and also with regard to Johnny Depp. However, whilst you're waiting for that to be provided, some time ago, I undertook an analysis of one of the telephone conversations that had been disclosed in the previous court action. This is live and raw evidence, and something, of course, which I regularly turn to enable you to understand more about the dynamic between individuals and in relation to narcissism. I utilize photographs, video footage, to help you understand what is actually going on. With this material, you will learn more, far more than ordinarily you might do just listening to it on your own. You will have formed a view, I suspect, already as to what you think Amber Heard is and what you think Johnny Depp is. You may well form the view that you're Team Johnny. Fewer might be on Team Amber. There may be many who take the view that he is the victim of her abuse. There are others that see that she is the victim of his abuse. And then yet again, there are others that think they're just as bad as one another. Believe me, my analysis will enable you to understand precisely what has gone on between these two individuals, driven by the types of personality that they are. And there'll be some surprises in store for you. I will, of course, be going through the evidence that has been provided in the course of the last week or so, detailing the information that had come. For instance, I will be explaining and discussing what Johnny Depp's sound engineer had to say, Keenan Wyatt. I'll be addressing the fact that Depp said that Heard had a need for violence during the marriage, and I'll be explaining what all of that means. I'll also dip into what Anderson, a clinical psychologist who's the marriage counsellor, had to say about them both, as she had therapy sessions with both Depp and Heard, sometimes of an hour in length, other times 3.5 hours in length, and what that all meant and what comes out of that. I'll be diving into the incident around the severed finger and what actually occurred, and, of course, her side of the story in respect of that also. Be explaining the role of his drug and alcohol use and how that sits with the personalities. The fact that we'll be revisiting the defecation scenario that occurred. I'll be dealing with the evidence that was provided by the bodyguard, Sean Baird. So there'll be a deep dive into all of this additional material that has come forward. But pending that, I thought it would be helpful to let you have access, or remind you again of the access that already exists, to an analysis of the telephone call. The audio recording of a conversation between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was released as part of the previous court action between the two former spouses. The recording, when it was first released and has been revisited, has attracted huge attention for what it revealed between them. However, what you may well have read and heard about this call is quite simply the tip of the iceberg. I have created a very detailed analysis which takes you line by line through the content that has been generated. And I explain to you what is really happening, what the words used actually mean, what their effect is, and the raw and uncompromising explanation about this particular exchange. It will enlighten you, provide you with huge insight, and cause you to reassess your views about their actual behaviour and experience that you might have also experienced. It's formidable and gripping, and all you need do is utilise the link that is provided in the video description below to be taken to a detailed document which goes through it line by line. This is a really useful learning tool alongside being able to understand what was going on between the two of them. Access it. You'll find it extremely helpful, and it will also aid you with a preface to what's coming with regard to the further analysis of Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, and the dynamic between them. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.